So basically, you figuring out how to be a sicko.
I mean, yeah, I guess there's kind of a blueprint for that. But I mean, yeah, shit. That's one of them things that you just kind of do or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just already
Either
know.
you are, you are.
You just kind of know, like, all right, I'm about to stalk this bitch. Okay, I need to go outside. I'm going to pull up at her job. You know what I'm saying? You already kind of just, like, you just naturally fall into it if that's something that you want to do.
That's creepy. Well, it is creepy. That's just weird creepy. Like, I don't know.
And he tried to be a normal dude or whatever. He tried to be a regular guy. But it's kind of hard. He having a hard time.
Having a hard time being regular.
Yeah.
Said, I really tried my best to do better.
No, I turned it on last night to try to, like, finish. And I think I'm almost done with season 1. But I turned it on after I seen you on the game when I was like, nah, I ain't even gonna play the game.
Yeah, it was just
and then I turned it on and I ended up going to sleep.
Yeah, it's like that, man. Like, because I tried to watch I tried to start The Witcher. I think I was telling you at work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like half dead. So I was just like, all right. And watched the first episode and kind of dozed off because I'm tired. And it's already something you got to pay attention to.
Uh-huh.
And then episode 2 starts. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then I fall asleep. And I woke up during like episode 3. And it was like a sex scene. And I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Hold on. What am I watching again? What is this?
Like, oh god, it wasn't The Witcher having sex. It was some other person.
So it was even more like, huh?
Yeah.
What? That should be funny though.
Oh goodness, I want to get once again. I want to get back to it, but it's just I could tell it's one of those. I have to be in the right mood to watch it. Like, it's not gonna be just to turn on and watch.
Yeah.
You gotta actually be like, all right,
I'm ready to watch this.
Like, I'm gonna figure out who all these people are and what everything means. Because the first one, he like whooping ass and shit pretty early, and you kind of, figuring out the type of guy that he is and stuff.
Yeah, I seen the opening scene, but that's as far as I
can. The first 2 seconds.
Like fighting that, whatever that thing is or whatever. And then I was like, I think I ended up having to go somewhere, do something else or something.
Life. There's I was hearing other people talk about it. We really just end the episode now. There's another person talk about it where, like in terms of, say, the Star Wars, when the Mandalorian was, weekly on Disney Plus, and it was 8 episodes. You're like, okay, treating it like a traditional show in a sense. Mm-hmm. You gotta wait. And the conversation for that kept going through the weeks, you know what I'm saying? But like The Witcher came all at one time, and there was conversation about it, and there's still some now. But like in a week or two, it's gonna tail off and stuff. So it's just like, what's really like better nowadays? Because me personally, I liked the Mandalorian style where I knew I had something to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Like, and I mean, because sometimes it's annoying or it can be annoying. We like, damn, I want to watch that. Or it's just a show that you just like really into. And you're like, damn, but where is it? Gotta wait till next week. But at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, cool. That's, wait till next week. But at least I got something to look forward to on Tuesdays or whatever day.
Yeah, and and obviously there's still TV shows, like we were talking about the regular, like cable, where you gotta wait the next week, and there's so many people that still do that. And I don't know, it kind of seems like you really only, since we're always on the internet, I guess those are like the major opinions we see. And a lot of times it's the younger crowd you get opinions from, even if you don't really want those, but it happens. But like, I guess it seems like younger people, it's not like we're old, but they kind of, even the generation below us, that's like, they'd rather just have everything right then and there. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't really, there's merits to both, but we got to be able to savor something.
Yeah.
Cause even like music wise, like there's always something coming out, and we don't really ever. How many albums do people really like sit with anymore? You know what I'm saying? It's so rare. Like I'm still listening to like, you know, songs from like Astro World and stuff like that. But even then, it's like, I'm not saying Astro World was like a classic album or like the best thing ever, but it's like it was a really good album. But it's just kind of like, but how many people really care? You know what I mean? Or like the next Kendrick album will come out, and it's like, you know, Kendrick's gonna have something tight. But it's like, how long are people going to really even talk about it?
Interested, yeah. Keep holding your interest.
And even video games. There's always something coming out. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you know, that's why online games, or we always talk about games with Service Destinies and monitoring, whatever. It's like, you got to do it like that. Because if you just put out, like Star Wars came out, and as I went on sale, we got it. Mm-hmm. We haven't played through it all yet. But I've seen people talking about it. But then even then, it's just kind of like, well, you know what I'm saying? It was a single player, you know, however long, 20-hour, 30-hour game, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I don't really see, like, you know, what's going to happen now. Obviously, they're going to make a sequel, but the conversations go, like, you know what I'm saying? The deeper, like, narrative.
Done. Yeah.
So
it's pretty much lived its life, basically. Unless they drop some, like, crazy DLC later on or something. Mm-hmm. And it just, like, really just brings everybody back into, you know what I'm saying? Being like, damn, you can change up this, and you know, but it got to be like crazy, like you said, like turn into basically like a game of service, basically, where it's got to like keep up with that. Now it's got to, you know, live update all the time now or something.
And I'm using that as a segue because the first thing we're gonna talk about is Pokemon and the new expansion that's coming out. And we always know, and, you know, Pokemon fans know that, you know, every time there's a new Pokemon game, it's like red or blue, black and white, whatever. And there's going to be some kind of third version or sequel. Mm-hmm. And we were always used to that. You know, and I don't really know which, I was about to say which was better, like just the third version or when they were doing sequels, like Black and White 2 or Ultras or whatever like that. But it was kind of just the same thing where you had the main game and then the third version comes out and it's the same places you was at, and it just add maybe a few characters and, you know, maybe a couple different Pokemon or something, you know, a couple hundred different ones or something. And now the expansion is coming out for Sword and Shield starting in June with the Isle of Armor, and then Crown Tundra's coming in the fall. And this is going to be, you know, like, small summary. They're going to be adding 200 plus Pokemon. Like, I guess all the legendaries. It looks like new legendaries. And 2 new areas to explore. Mm-hmm. And, like, new raid battles and stuff like that. And there's, like, this weird narrative. And, you know, everybody was already mad with Pokemon because all the Pokemon weren't in the original. And you couldn't, you know, get them anywhere besides, you know, the 400 you have. And now they're adding another 200, whatever. And then there's these people complaining again for the fact that they're charging $30 for new areas to explore. And then Pokemon that, yes, we have had before in the past, but it's no different than any other third version or sequel.
Yeah.
And the I don't really understand. I mean, it's just trolls half the time, but I really should be asking you, how do you feel about that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I'm fine with it. I like that they're doing DLC instead of being like, oh, here's Pokemon Gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think about expansion before we go, like, detail-wise?
I mean, I think it's cool. I think that, like you said, it's pretty much that same thing. It's like having a new game, basically, where you get that. That's about as much new Pokemon as they add to it, to that third one or whatever. And then on top of that, you getting like some new areas to go. So shit, if it was how it normally is, it would be like $60.
Yeah, exactly.
You would be paying $60 for the same thing what they trying to get you to pay $30 for.
And even, not to cut you off. Well, no, keep going.
Nah, I was just gonna say, like, so, you know, I guess I appreciate it, because I'm not even surprised at all that it costs. Seems like it shouldn't, you know, not as much as I would like it to not, you know what I'm saying? But realistically speaking, you know that they was going to charge
for something.
It wasn't just going to be like, oh yeah, okay, we just going to, push 100 new Pokemon on there for you.
Especially the main thing that they are kind of selling it on, I think, is that it's going to be the new areas. Mm-hmm. Because like we were saying, generally it would just be new Pokemon with maybe another task to do, but it wouldn't be anywhere different to go necessarily. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, the $30, you're really paying for I'm about to be traveling this new island with this new wild area and all these, I'm going to be able to see the Pokemon. Mm-hmm. But then the discussion goes also into somebody has to have the DLC to be able to get the new Pokemon, because they are going to be doing a free software update for Sword and Shield where you can have all those Pokemon in the game, but you're going to have to trade with somebody that has that content. Mm-hmm. So people are like, well, somebody's getting paid for it, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, duh. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to have to pay something here. Somebody's going to do something. So it's like, at the end of the day, you don't have to pay for anything. I don't really know how it's going to affect. And this is where I was thinking, I'm surprised I didn't see anybody say it too, or the people that actually do competitive Pokemon and stuff, mm-hmm. Say a Pokemon's coming in that would be viable, and you're gonna have to pay for that. Mm-hmm. But if you're in that kind of scene, then you're probably paying for stuff anyway. Yep. So overall, to me, it's not bad, because like you said, it's $30, and yes, the expansion though is, if you have Sword, there's one for Sword. And if you have Shield, there's one for Shield. Because they're going to have exclusive on either one. They already started out, because they announced it this past Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day that was. The first thing they did, that same day they had the Pokemon Direct announcing this, they released a little update. And you can get a new Galarian Slowpoke. But you can't evolve it yet until the DLC comes out, because there's going to be 2 new special items that either turn into Slow Bro or Slow King or whatever, Galarian forms. Yeah. So you have to wait to even do that, but I think you can breed it and stuff anyway. But after that, though, like I was saying, it's going to be coming out the first part of June, Isle of Armor. There's going to be a new legendary in that called Cubfu, which is a fighting type. I thought you would like that design, possibly, since you're the fighting type guy. And he's going to evolve into, what is it, Ishifu, something like that. Mm-hmm. The hell is his name? Urshifu. So, they didn't say specifically on the announcement, but it seemed like he's going to have 2 forms. And it seemed like each form is going to be based off of if you have Sword or Shield or not. And there's going to be a dark fighting type, which is the strong style. And then there's the water fighting type, which is the quick multi-strike style or whatever. So I think they said that even that legendary, you're just going to get it as a gift or something like that from this dojo master.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
So I was just well, that kind of, it's cool that it looks like a cool new Pokemon or whatever, but then it's just I don't even have to really fight to get it. Mm-hmm. But, and in the Crown Tundra DLC, there's a new legendary called, what the hell? I done lost the names.
It's called
Cyrax or something. Cyrax? What is it?
Calyrex.
Calyrex. And it looks like I don't even know. It
kind of looks like a deer or something.
Yeah, some kind of weird deer, reindeer, jackrabbit, jack-o'-lantern.
Because from how they have the picture, you can only see the front view, and it's only 2 legs. So it's I'm not sure. Does it have 4 legs? Is it just 2 legs or what?
Because I think it's grass. I think it's grass fairy type, if I'm not mistaken. You get 2 new rivals also. In Sword, you get Claire, which is poison type trainer, and then you get Avery on Shield, which is a psychic type trainer. There's gonna be new Galarian form Pokemon besides your Slowpoke. They show there's gonna be Gigantamax forms for the for Blastoise and Venusaur. Looks like there's gonna be Galarian forms for the original legendary birds, which I don't know if you saw those designs. Mm-hmm. I like those a lot.
Yeah, I like the Zapdos.
Galarian starters are getting Gigantamax forms, which this is where I was kind of like, okay. I thought about it, and, when you're playing, like, you could Dynamax them, but you couldn't Gigantamax them, which makes them turn into, like, a different form besides just getting big. And I was like, okay, so in Sword and Shield, why didn't they just have those already? You know what I'm saying? Because Inteleon gets like a weird, like a cool sniper lookout, sniper's nest. Then what's the fire dude? The soccer, I can't think of his name. Whatever, Cinderace. He has like a fire soccer ball. And then I cannot remember the starter's last name, but the grass starter gets like a drum set or whatever. That's pretty crazy. Like I was saying, the legendary birds get new forms. It looks like there's gonna be new Reggie legendaries, like Registeel and stuff like that. But it looks like a dark type one maybe, and then there's an electric type version. And then they talked about in the Isle of Armor, there's gonna be new. You're gonna be able to do acorn Pokeballs again. You're going to be able to. You're going to be exploring the island. And then all the areas are going to be based off the wild area. So it's going to be like the 3D camera and stuff like that. I couldn't tell if they were saying that all the areas are just going to be wild area, or they're going to be like the regular game where there's routes and then you go into a wild area. I was hoping it's just going to be all, wild area stuff, but we'll see. There's going to be a new items, of course. Like I said, there's going to be new tutor moves, new battle challenges, the legendaries. And then the Crown Tundra, which comes out in the fall, but they didn't put a month on that, does have all the new legendaries. You're going to be able to catch all the old legendaries in this like new cave or something like that. And you're going to be able to do like a new co-op gameplay. So I guess you're going to be able to do like some like excavating or something like that.
That's cool.
But they didn't put like too many details into what's exactly all the mechanics of the co-op and stuff like that. So I don't know how seamless it's really going to be, or if it's even going to be fun or not. But I'm excited to actually get all the legendaries, even though I really don't even use them like that.
Just to have them.
Yeah. And they didn't confirm all the new Pokemon that are going to be in there, but they did show a few that I liked. Of course, there's going to be new clothing options. You can dress like Chairman Rose, which look pretty goofy. And, like different hairstyles and shit like that. I think that's really the base of all the stuff that they showed. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I'm excited for it. I'm not like jumping on my seat, but new Pokemon stuff looks good, and it doesn't look like it. I mean, they probably can always do more, but from what I've seen so far, I'm not disappointed.
Yeah,
I might be disappointed in the fact that it doesn't start to come out till June, though.
Yeah, that's a long time, and I mean, it's not, because it's a bunch of other stuff coming out right now, but
just for them, person or them solely?
Just the year.
Well, yeah.
So it's kind of like it's other stuff that we got to look forward to, but yeah, for sure, that's a long time though.
Because that's like 8 months since release, and I would have thought they would have tried to do like March or April to have something, but they always made it seem like when they were in production for the original game that they weren't really worried about it at first. So obviously this is stuff that they didn't just pop out their ass out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? There's some thought put into this. And, especially since they actually showed stuff. So it's like they've been working on it for a while, but, how long have they actually been working on it, I guess is the question.
Yeah.
It's not like they're using a new engine or anything, but it's cool to have a different, system to go with Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure.
And they kind of left open to say that they might have another expansion later on. I wouldn't be surprised by that. I would hope that they do that and like split like development up so the next game, actual game doesn't come out for like a few years. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would want. Because hopefully by then, especially Nintendo might have like a way more powerful system and stuff like that. And they don't keep holding back graphics and power and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Nintendo's online will actually be good in the next few years.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
That's horrible. Because the wild area, when you're online, and I don't know how much you actually go online in the wild area, it's just horrible. Like, you always just dropping, like, frames and just choppy. And I don't understand, like, why they thought that was okay.
It was like, look, it's Pokemon. What do you want?
Like I said, you only pay $5 a year damn near for this,
Bro,
so just deal with it.
Yeah, shut up.
But yeah, overall, I like it. Internet's hating, but whatever.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I'm hyped though. I think it's cool. It's gonna make me want to play it some more. You know what I mean? And even if I ain't really playing it right now, like getting back to it.
And I've been, and I got back to playing it a little more, even though I've really just been playing a lot of like Duty and stuff. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to go back and catch more of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I really, like I was telling you, I really want to get the damn Corsola, the Galarian Corsola, but it's kind of been hard for me to find. I'm just going to have to do a little weather time trick. I think that's all the Pokemon stuff or Nintendo stuff even, really.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip down real quick. Platinum Games, which they are the makers of Astro Chain on Nintendo, on the Switch, and Nier Automata and some other games. They have been acquired in some partnership deal by Tencent, which is like the big Chinese gaming company, which owns like, I think they own Epic and shit like that, like Fortnite people. So they're basically, what they're saying is that they got acquired like in, money. I don't know how that money stuff works. But this is supposed to help Platinum become more of like a self-publishing company, because a lot of times they make games and like Square Enix or somebody would publish the game, or Nintendo or whatever. But they did say in 2020 there should be a lot of announcements happening. A lot of people are still waiting on them to talk about Bayonetta 3 again, and I forgot that Babylon's Fall game I'm looking to see more about for PS5 is made by them also. So hopefully, since they got this big Chinese, conglomerate money, they can do some stuff.
Get it together.
Man. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Did you, I'm sure you saw the PS5 logo. That everybody was like, oh. Yeah. It's just so crazy looking, man. Sarcasm. I don't mind it that it's just PS5, black and white. What do you think? Should they have tried to do a zany, crazy logo?
Nah, man, that's not PlayStation style. You already know that by now. If you know anything about PlayStation, because I mean, even like PlayStation, like the logo itself is nothing but like a PS. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just there.
It's not even nothing crazy or all over the place anyway. So it's like, I mean, yeah, that's it right there. It's PS5, man. We don't got nothing else to tell you.
Like, do you want the games or not?
They haven't made any like crazy designs or no crazy logos in years, as far as I know. Because even like PS Vita was just Vita.
Yeah,
you know
just a word.
It was literally just the word Vita. So it's like, come on, man. What did you think? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being like cynical or something. But it's like, what did you think they were gonna do though?
And then I saw Boss Logic, which is like a pretty popular graphic artist, and he did like his like custom renderings of what he would think it should look like. And he did like the PS, and then he did like the 5 like under it or whatever, like looking like the S, and it looked cool. I'm just like, like you said, what do you really expect? Like, why do people get upset about these things?
Come on now, you already know. We've already been over this multiple times at this point.
What do you think about like console designs? Because like with the Xbox Series X that's coming out, it just looks like a PC tower. And then even like the consoles we have now, their Xbox really just looks like a rectangle or whatever.
Yeah.
And the PS4 and the Pro and stuff are just like angular boxes. You know what I mean? Like, how much do you care about how much a system looks like?
Excuse me, I really don't, honestly, because it's like
what
they all are like basically computers. So I'm really kind of surprised that they don't already look like the new Xbox to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's kind of what they are anyway.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm like, if they can come up with a cool design, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like it's going anywhere. It's just basically like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, it's just sitting on my table.
Exactly. Like if it was like the Switch or something, then I guess I kind of would expect it to have like a cool design or something, like sleek design or something. But it's literally just sitting on the stand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like forever, basically, until you get a new one or something happens to it or something.
As all the dust collects.
You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, okay, that's cool. Even like when PlayStation like does specific PlayStations, you know, like the Spider-Man one or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stuff. Like that stuff is tight, but it's just like that's
a sticker, really.
It's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? So you know. I think it's cool, like I said, if they can come up with something that's like, wow, it's so aesthetically pleasing, I guess. What you would say in response to it.
So chic.
But I don't care, though.
The feng shui of this PlayStation is
I'm
awesome.
Just like, wow, that's so tight.
Yeah, I don't really understand, like, I haven't seen a lot of complaints about this necessarily, but like with the Xbox, I like that it's just a box. And it's not, I mean, it would be one thing if it was just like a nasty color or something, maybe, but it's just black. You put a disc in it. It has an internet connection.
It's literally a computer. So,
because, you know, over time, like, I mean, until they just definitely decide they don't want to do disc anymore, you're going to have some kind of form, you know, but it's just like, if they just gave me a little, like, piece of paper and they say, this is going to play my favorite games, I'm like, well, cool, like, I don't care. Like,
as long as I can play the game, I'm not tripping.
This isn't going to get crushed, right? Yeah, I just don't, like, I don't really want them doing crazy stuff. And we seen, like, the development kit for the PS5, and it's like this weird V shape. And even that is just like, okay, once again, as long as it works, like, I don't really care. Like, it can look like anything. Yeah, I just wanted to see what you thought about that real quick. Going along with PS5 logo coming out, as my computer doesn't know how to work because I'm stupid. Man, somebody was posting random videos of like rappers before they got famous. And somebody posted a video of Big Sean rapping about one of his bars. He says the R word, like retarded. And like he says something like relating it to autism. I was just like, man, you can't say that stuff no more, man. Like, it's not okay.
Yeah, it's really not.
Like, I mean, it was from like a decade ago or something, but it's just like, man, it just made me think about, like, you just gotta be careful out here. Man. And I don't use that word anyway, personally. Yeah. But like, damn, man, it's just weird how time flies. But back to game-related things. PlayStation announced that their PS4 has sold 106 million units worldwide. Wow, that also accounts to 1.15 billion PS4 games that have been sold between retail and digital sales since 2013. So a lot of damn PlayStation.
Man, that's crazy.
So, but yeah, so it's still the second highest selling console or third highest selling. That and the PS2 and like the Wii and shit, which is pretty crazy. There also, he said, Jim Ryan, which is the PlayStation president, also said there's about 38.8 paying members of PlayStation Plus, which is not surprising, since everybody just kind of needs it at some point. Yeah. They also said PSVR sold about 5 million units. I don't know anybody with a VR. We've talked about that numerous times, but I'm curious to see what VR is going to look like with the PS5 though. Yeah. Like if I'm sure they're going to have to do an upgrade on it. They have that Iron Man VR game coming out. It might be this month or like in the next few months.
Yeah, they announced it when they was talking about that Avengers game, didn't they?
Or sometime around then.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen gameplay, but that's something that I'm interested in seeing, though. Not that I'm not like, oh man, gotta get VR, but that could be something. If it's like more than an hour game.
Yeah, something interesting to play if you got a VR or if you was thinking about getting one.
Get you one of them dollar VRs at Five Below. Riding down the roller coaster.
That's just a box that you put your phone on.
I saw, I think I was on Twitter, and there's somebody selling like a magnifying glass screen for like your phone. So instead of say like when you're like cleaning the dishes, that's how they were showing it. Like you're cleaning the dishes and you put your phone on the corner of the table. Yeah. And there was just like a little like slot you put your phone in and this big like tablet size screen, it magnifies your phone or whatever. And there was like $15. I'm like, I mean, that's cool, but I don't want to even deal with that. Like,
if I gotta watch it on my phone anyway, I'm just gonna watch it small. I'm not about to try to do all that.
It's too much, man.
That kind of defeats the purpose of being on my phone, I guess, if that's the case.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I understand the point of it, but it's just like, why? Yeah, it's like one of those things to clutter up my house some more. Have you been seeing these Batman Arkham game? Well, I shouldn't even say Arkham, but Batman video game teasers that have been going around. The WB Montreal, which created Batman Origins, I believe, they have been doing some teasers, and we had talked about it like last year, which is weird to say last year, that they have been teasing a new Batman game. And like, I think the day after Batman Day, they did like a tease on Twitter. And maybe a little bit after that. And then this past week, they showed another teaser that showed another image that relates to like the Court of Owls and shit and the Batman lore. So everybody's just like, okay, buddy, what are y'all saying? Because they're not giving any like information besides like, yeah, we're here, buddy, or like just cryptic messages. Pictures and shit. Yeah. So I don't really understand what they're like. Obviously, they're advertising. They're trying to get a conversation brewing, but like, what the hell are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like clamoring for another Arkham game. I don't know what your temperature radar is for another one.
I mean, that's cool. I'll take one if they was about to drop it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'm not like, where is it? I'm looking for this Batman.
I'm more so excited for the fact that it looks like it is gonna deal with the Court of Owls, but I'm not like, like you just said, I'm not like, oh man, I just can't wait for another Batman game, because the last one I was just like, all right, this is fun, but I'm just kind of whatever about it. But with it being the Court of Owls, which is one of my favorite like Batman related things, especially in like the newer like Batman storylines, I think that's like everybody's like kind of favorite. Because there's not really so many new villains and stuff. Like, there are, but in terms of like people that people care about, I feel like that's like the top of the list. Is that Court of Owls Society or whatever. But, I don't really understand what they're doing. Because, okay, you keep showing these pictures. You're not saying like, oh yeah, we're going to say something on this day. Or there might be a video. Like, they haven't even posted a video or anything. It's just like random symbols and stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, if you really want people to care, at least say like, PS5 or something. You know what I mean? Or something like that. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, especially after like Death Stranding happened. And people were like, okay, we get videos with these and we can talk about how weird this shit looks. Yeah. But you can't, like, what are you really supposed to say about just a picture? You know what I mean? Like, that's not really giving anybody any kind of, like, conversation really to have.
It's like, oh, okay, there's a new picture about that Batman. Oh, there's a new Batman? Yeah, probably. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Because then when you think about it, I would assume this is the type of game, since it's, we don't know, that if it comes out for PS4, like, fine, that's gonna sell a lot because everybody has PS4s or Xboxes and stuff. But if you say it's gonna come out for PS5 and the next Xbox and everything, people are gonna be like, okay, so you kind of just had everybody waiting and you're isolating kind of a lot of people. So I don't really know what they're doing. I'm just like rambling on about the fact that they're just not doing shit about advertising. Like, what are you really trying to say? Especially because it's not Rocksteady, which are the people that made the Batman games that everybody likes. Like, between like the actual Arkham like Knight and whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, City and Asylum.
Yeah.
So we don't really know what Rocksteady's doing. With WB being like the owners of that. Could it be a Superman thing? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Could it be that Harry Potter game that we talked about like forever ago? Like, you know what I'm saying? We haven't seen anything about that at all. And that was like a random video that some intern probably dropped accidentally. You know what I mean? So like, what's really going on right now? And I didn't put it in the doc, but I forgot that there's a Lord of the Rings Golem game, whatever his name is, coming out. Whatever the hell he is, Hobbit thing.
Yeah, for real, I don't know nothing about
I don't know nothing about Lord of the Rings, but the little, that is the little the ring creeper dude. Oh, Precious or whatever.
Okay. I'm like, I don't think I know that.
But that thing, like, that has a video game coming out, and I haven't. Did you play the? You played the first Shadow of Mordor, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't like literally never turned it on. But yeah, I don't know what that's gonna be about.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. What's the next thing? Because I just got random shit I'm talking about. Xbox One, which you're talking about exclusives and shit. Microsoft basically said that between the next couple years, no Xbox Series X, there will be no video games that come out specifically for Xbox that are going to be exclusive to the Series X. This is where that name and stuff started confusing me. So essentially, anything that's going to be coming out exclusive, like Microsoft game, is going to be played on all the Xbox One shit. Like all that, and plus the Series X line. Yeah. So like, and all of them are going to be on Game Pass if it's an exclusive anyway. So it just kind of makes sense. But they're not going to be like gatekeeping any like games to like the Series X over the first couple of years. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea. But that kind of also leads to like why would I upgrade? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like because we even talked about like we're not like, we're most likely probably gonna be on the Sony side, I guess, but not to be like fanboys, but just like where we are.
That's probably what I'm gonna end up getting.
But I guess it's gonna be one of those things of like, how do you think they're gonna try to sell this Series X? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because even just what you just been saying is weird to me. I'm like I understand what you're saying, but I'm just like, what? So I have no idea, to be honest, man. It's confusing. Like you said, I'm just lost in the fact that they're like, all right, you can play these games on all the games, but you can't play these games on the games. So if you turn on the game, you might have to turn off the game. I'm just like, what you even talking about?
Oh, right God. Now? So essentially, if you don't want to buy a Series X within the next couple of years, you really aren't going to be missing anything, except for the fact that you're going to be missing like 8K and supreme loading times and stuff. You know what I mean? So if you've been having your Xbox One since 2013 or whatever, since it came out, like that's going to play like anything like the new Halo Infinite and shit like that. Yeah. You're just going to be playing it in like a lesser resolution and, computer quality or whatever, which is cool. Because it makes people feel like they actually put put money into this, so it's not gonna be oh man, I gotta spend money again.
I gotta start all over.
But I mean, me personally, I'm the type of person that would want to see it in like the best possible light. Yeah. So if I was to have a Series X, then that's what I would play all this stuff on there.
Yeah. But. And considering the fact that I'm pretty much without an Xbox, thinking about it now, then I might as well just get the new one and then buy the new games on that. There's no point in me just being like, I just get an Xbox just want somebody selling it for the low or something. Might as well just get a fresh one. You know what I'm saying? And just have a brand new one at least, if that's the case.
And this kind of leads to where we are on, because gamers put everything in like the generational conversation. Mm-hmm. I don't think companies ever really did that. I feel like that was always just us being like, oh man, this is the next wave, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But because like with Nintendo, they're like, okay, so we don't really give a fuck. We're just gonna do what we want to do. And then Xbox, Microsoft is just like, well, we got Game Pass and you can be anywhere and play it on the cloud. You can play it on the One, on the X, on the 360. It don't really matter to me. Just play our games. And then PlayStation's like, hey, bruh, you gonna buy this shit. PS5, you gonna buy this one.
Yeah, nah, we gonna... you can play that old stuff, but you gotta buy the new shit first.
But even then, there was the rumor we talked about, I believe we talked about it last week, that, it's a possibility that everything's going to be backwards compatible for PS5. Mm-hmm. So if they come out and say, you can play, Ghost of Tsushima, which is PS4 game, on PS5, which I would assume, then that's cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the Xbox situation, it's a little more seamless, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be like, it's all there. Like, it doesn't really matter where you buy it. It's going to work on one of these.
Yeah.
But for Sony, it's damn near feel like it might be you bought this one game for $60 here, but you don't have to fork over that other little 62, bro.
You need that for the new one, too, man. I ain't going to lie to you.
And they might do, like, a transfer thing. I don't know if you remember when PS4 came out, and like it was like Assassin's Creed and a few other games, they like let you upgrade for like $10.
I think I do remember that.
I never did that personally though, because I don't even think I had any of the games that mattered in this situation. But that would make sense to me if you like Last of Us 2 or something, like $20 you can play the PS5 version. Like, okay, like maybe, you know what I'm saying? Right. But even that's kind of like, man, I don't know, it's the same shit. But I can't complain personally because I've literally bought GTA 5 like 3 times. Mm-hmm. So
facts. Exactly. So in this situation, like, it's cool and I appreciate that, but like I said, I mean, in a case where I'm thinking about getting an Xbox, I might as well just buy the new one and just have the new one be my Xbox.
The only thing that, and I'm not even worried about it, more so like my wallet is concerned, is that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get PS5 like on launch or not, if not around that time. Mm-hmm. And then like Xbox wise, if everything is Game Pass, and all I'm really worried about playing is the new Halo, because I'm really curious on what they're gonna do. Yeah. And I've talked about it where I guess I'll just be able to play it. I might be able to play it on the computer, but they haven't said that or not. Mm-hmm. I'd have to look at that again. But if I'm able to play it on the computer, then I might just be like, all right, I'll do that. But I think that's the only thing that I'm just like, man, if they say Halo is only going to be on Xbox, specifically, even like Game Pass wise, then I'm like, damn. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to spend $1,000 on like all this stuff. And then it comes down to like prices for all these systems too. Because if they say they're more than $400, I think it's going to be a troubled time for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't really know where that's going to lead to. I'm not a numbers guy.
I hate numbers.
I don't got too much other game stuff, man. We just been kind of chilling on this conversation today. I saw that Frozen 2 is the highest grossing animated film ever, which kind of surprised me. Surprised me. At least I believe that was the official report.
Yeah, I hate Frozen.
Why you hate it though?
I don't know. It was just whack. The first one to me was like boring. So it's like, damn, all these kids love this and it's whack. They ain't even doing nothing. I just remember watching it and I was just like, what's the point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, what is this? What's the goal of this movie? It just missed me. So, I don't know.
It's about family and love.
And I'm not surprised that it's doing crazy numbers or nothing like that. That makes hella sense. I just don't see the appeal or whatever. I'm just like, huh?
Yeah, and I don't even know what the target audience is. I guess it's my daughters.
Yeah, clearly I don't meet the requirements. But even just like, when you watch a kids movie, sometimes it'd be like, damn, this was actually tight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this was actually a good movie. Yeah, but I don't know.
And I think the Frozen movies are fine. Yeah, the first one, a lot of it rode on the fact that the song was just so Let It Go. It just became a phenomenon. The song, like the story is pretty simple, but it kind of had it was a diversion from the woe is me storylines, and it was a lot. It kind of rode into the women empowerment movement, which is good, especially like when I live with women and I want them to see that they don't need all these princes and stuff to be, a person and everything. So that's cool. And then Frozen 2, we saw it the weekend it came out, and it was good. I don't know, I can't really say if it's better than the first one or not. Mm-hmm. And that one was just like, it's fine. I think I liked it better from like a setting standpoint. Yeah. But then it was funny because I realized that, damn, the first one was a lot of singing. Because, it's a Disney movie. Mm-hmm. But this one, it was like, when they were singing, like, damn, they really singing a lot. And it's fine. Like, I like Aladdin and stuff like that, too. Yeah. But it was just, it was weird that I just had this, like, moment, like, damn, they really be singing, like, all their problems out. But I don't even know. We don't watch TV in, like, the most, like, normal ways. Or just, like, advertising wise. I feel like Frozen 2 just kind of wrote on the fact that it was Frozen to like making this money, because it wasn't like the same level of like, or not even necessarily the same level, but from what I expected them to promote it, or how I would have expected them to promote it. It kind of just came out damn here.
Wasn't a whole bunch of advertising for it or nothing.
And I see all the toys and stuff at like Walmart and everything, but even then I'm just like, I don't really know if kids are just like, running to the shelves to get this Anna and Elsa dress and shit like that. I don't know. Yeah. But $1.325 billion is a lot of money.
For sure.
And I don't really know how they never put that stuff in like inflation standards though either. Because obviously the price of a ticket costs like $20 nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, so back in 2013 when the first one came out, it was like a couple dollars less. So it just kind of makes sense that they did make more. So I don't know why they don't just go by box office number. Like, not box office number, but actual ticket counting. You know what I'm saying? Like this million amount of tickets instead of the money
instead
amount.
Of how much it cost.
I don't really understand that. Despicable Me 2 is the top 10 grossing movie. That's crazy. 3 and 2 were on, and Minions is number 4. That's not surprising.
Nah, that turned out to be way bigger than I think
people realized it should have been. Or sure. Yeah, because my kids like Minions 2 as well. Mm-hmm. Incredibles 2, and this is where what I just said kind of goes into effect. Because Incredibles 2, $1.24 billion. And that movie was like, whatever, man. Yeah. Like, that was just like, okay, Incredibles. Like, okay.
Yeah. That was just for us. That was just for, like, the people who was kids when Incredibles 1 came out. And being like, oh, yeah, we got this for you. Come and watch The Incredibles 2. Mm-hmm. Just trying to ride that, like, nostalgia.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just, like, bringing back stuff, basically.
Because it was the same movie as the first one. It just put the mom in the husband role, and it's okay, like it wasn't anything really different. Nope. But whatever, man. Yeah. I did see. I forgot that Morbius is a movie, the Spider-Man villain, and a photo leaked of Jared Leto in like the full face or whatever.
Oh, he playing Morbius?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the picture looks like in reference to a comic panel or whatever people were showing on Twitter or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it looked pretty cool. And people are like, oh man, this might actually be tight. Man, we ain't even seen nothing yet. We just see his face. Like, it could be anything. Could be like a 30-minute short film. I don't know. But, you know, I still haven't watched Venom all the way yet. But I'm now, once again, I'm going to use my clamoring word. I ain't been clamoring to watch that either. It's just sitting on the shelf. Excuse me. There's another, oh yeah, Atlanta announced that they got season 3 and 4 coming out in 2021. And I'm just like, okay, a 3-year hiatus. I mean, I'll watch it, but once again, the clamoring, I'm like kind of cold.
When I was ready to watch it, it was like, nah, we good. We're still working on it. So now I'm just like, all right, I done found other stuff to watch.
I guess other things to care about now. Yeah. That and Insecure, because that ain't coming back until, later this year, next year or something?
And I've been done fell off of that.
Man, so
it's pretty much a wrap.
Because that last season kind of irritated my soul. I don't really care. I wouldn't care about black people shows. Yeah. Black shows, but,
you know.
What are we talking about right now? What are we really talking about? They did add Proud Family on Disney Plus. Proud Family. That's not the song at all.
It make you want to hug them. It's the family.
The struggle version.
Proud Family. Ouch. I've been watching that shit all week. Really.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we started watching it with the kids, man, and you know, you start picking up on stuff that was funny then, but it's funnier now.
Yeah.
Because, like, Wizard Kelly and Sugar Mom and stuff, man. I mean, dying, man.
And on that same, oh, but, you know, it's for kids, but it's not. And I started watching, an Amanda show.
Oh, wow.
Because it's on, like, Nick Hits on Amazon Prime or whatever. Huh. I don't know. I'm not paying for it, but I just, you know, am able to watch it.
That's true. That's funny.
It's just like, man, you know, because on like all that and like Amanda show and even like Kenan and Kelly, they had a live studio audience or whatever, or it was supposed to be a live studio audience. But it's like, okay, clearly this show is for like kids, but to have a live studio audience, you gotta have like parents there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who was you really making the show for? You know what I'm saying? Or was it like parents in the audience just like, oh yeah, that was a good kiddie joke.
They would, because them shows, like, once again, those shows back then in the 90s and everything. This made me remember something else. It's just the humor, man. Like the stuff that they could say and do is just so different than now, man. I haven't watched Amanda's show since forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt too. Because I seen Meatloaf Crunch, man. That's my favorite, man.
Meatloaf Crunch.
Meatloaf cereal song, man. I fucking love that shit. I be singing it all the time, even before I started rewatching the show. But it's just like, damn, yo, that was so classic.
It was a couple months ago when we was at work and you was talking about the little like fake drama show they was doing.
Moody's Point.
Yeah. No more spitting, my bad. That shit was fried, man.
Moody's Point was crazy. And it's just crazy because we was talking about that, we was watching it. You know, when she first was on that show, or like when it first came out, she was still pretty young, like, you know, like
she's young as hell,
like 12 or 13 or something. And then Moody's Point didn't come along until she got to being like 16 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just part of growth. And the skits chain, like seeing the different skits and stuff that they was doing, it's just kind of funny.
Shit, Amanda Byron, 33. That's crazy. Man, somebody had posted about her, was it on Twitter the other day, talking about how she, just the amount of stuff that she was able to do, like character-wise and everything when she was so young. And like, you don't really think about it in that perspective. You just really thinking about the fact that it was funny and shit. You know what I mean? But she really was, like, really good cast member on all them shows back in the day. I don't really know what happened. I forget what happened to her in all these last few years. She had a few movies and shit, though.
Yeah.
I forgot she had that WB show. That's funny.
But I guess it's like, I feel like that it probably happens that you end up getting burnt out faster when you are a
kid.
child. Yeah, when you were like a child.
Macaulay Culkin and shit.
And man, I don't want to do this no more. Because it's not even like, like if you was a regular person and then you become famous, well then now that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But like if you was already doing it, you would be like, man, I don't want to do this no more.
Man, but you made me remember when I just saw it on Twitter once again. Freaking people trying to cancel Martin Lawrence. And I'm like, I don't know if you saw this or not, but somebody posted like, I don't know what that bomba clock thing is. And people be like saying whatever. And this one woman gonna say about Martin that basically saying she don't like Martin and he was a misogynist and like a colorist and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then it brings out all these people being like, yeah, I never really liked that show anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, like, okay, like, and me personally, I always liked Martin. I like Martin Lawrence a lot. And like, yeah, Martin the show isn't as funny anymore, like nowadays. There's still some funny stuff, but it's not like the best thing ever, like looking back. But like people like trying to come back and say that like Martin is just like a horrible person, like his character was like horrible and all this stuff. Like yeah, like if you watch the show, his character was like sexist and stuff. Like literally, like he was just making bad jokes all the time. And like people talking about him in the Pam stuff back and forth, like trying to make that a thing about like dark skinned girl and all that stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like he never even said anything about her being dark or anything.
Just
like
always
that.
Called her ugly.
You just roasting her. Like it wasn't even like he hated her really.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
More like they was like rivals. It was like you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of that
sight,
like, that kind of bond, almost like they was brother and sister. Really,
basically.
That's kind of what the feels that you get from that. Just being like, you ugly, man. Get out of my face. You know.
Cause I don't even think Pam ever did anything bad to Martin ever. You know,
and I think that she almost really just didn't really care about him because that was her friend's boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? It's just that was just kind of the style of friendship that people had at that time. Where it was like, yeah, you dating my friend, but I don't have to like you just because you dating my friend. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like it was no big deal that they just came and was like, you know what? I hate your black skin. You blackie. It's like, they were just like
just talking trash. And it was like, and also, and Martin, because Martin was like pretty like a bad person in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? And she felt like her friend could probably do better. You know what I'm saying? So what? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand cancel culture. Like, okay, there are some people like R. Kelly. He's canceled in my book. And like, hey, you know who Oliver Peck is from Ink Master? The dude with the beard. Like, he's on the list now because like people dug up some stuff, some pictures of him like from I don't know when, but he was like doing blackface for like Halloween and stuff. I'm like, all right, you're out of here.
That's
like,
too much.
You're out of here, man. And then, and there's not even black people getting canceled, but this one wrestler, Tessa Blanchard, she's on the list now because people talking about she done spit on black female wrestlers and called them the nigga and stuff. Like, it's just like, man, it's crazy, man. Like, stuff like that, okay.
Yeah, that's too much.
And it also depends on, like, what you really care about, too. But, yeah, cancel culture is weird, man. That's a whole other topic. We just on, like, all the side notes. I did miss one thing, though, game-related, which can probably lead us out of here, unless you got some.
No, not really.
Apex Legends. Did you see the Grand Soiree arcade event?
I did hear it was like a new mode or some new thing that you can do on there, but I ain't been on Apex in weeks.
So starting January 14th through the 28th, so people will be hearing this when it's going on. There's going to be the new event during Season 3, which calls for 7 different game modes across the 2 weeks, and they're going to be alternating between, or they're going to be switching over like the course of like every 2 days. So the first 2 days is going to be Gold Rush duos, and then the next is Live Die Live. I'm not exactly sure the details on that. I got to look at the thing. third person mode, which would be interesting for Apex.
Mm-hmm.
Always be closing, which looking at the video was the circles always gonna keep moving. The next one, Armed and Dangerous on World's Edge. Kings Canyon After Dark. So going back to Kings Canyon, but at nighttime. And then the last one is Dummies Big Day. And from the video, look like different color, like training dummies instead of like your actual characters and stuff. So, of course, there's going to be new skins, weapon skins, and different, like, items and stuff like that. Looking at the website, limited time mode arcade, experience a different limited time mode every 2 days, including familiar favorites and new additions, introduction of event prize track, complete challenges to rack up arcade points and earn increasingly prestigious rewards throughout the event, direct purchase event shop featuring exclusive art deco inspired cosmetics and other new additions to the core loot pool. Progress of So yeah, essentially it's gonna be a lot of fun stuff going on. I think it looks fun.
Yeah,
I haven't played Apex a lot either lately, but this looks like I want to actually get back on there. Since Mr. Marlin be busy all the time.
Man. That's all I got to say to that.
Well,
just a bunch of sighs and long breaths.
Sighs and long
It's a bunch of
hey, it was like that when you want to do grown stuff.
Something.
Yeah, man, that's about it.
This
was a slow week.
Yeah, this was a chilling episode. This was Lazy Sunday for real.
I'm Jordan Carmichael, and I'll say it now.
You know.
Yeah, man, if you liked us talking randomly this time, because we didn't really do a regular intro this time.
just dove straight in.
Hour and such minutes. Yeah, man, follow us and let us know what you think if you hated this type of episode, because it was different, but whatever, I liked it.
It's growth.
Because it's just talking, and I don't know, whatever. I'm done mumbling. Bye, people.
All right.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.